everyone, this is Brittany here with your art fill of the week, and this week I am going to be painting the Alolan Vulpix, which this rendition of Vulpix is an ice version, which I thought would be fun to do during the winter season. And I started off, of course, with doing my base coat of white to cover all the card except for the illustration of Vulpix. And with this one, I really didn't have a clear idea of what landscape I wanted to do. I just went with the color palette that was given to me on this illustration, which is a lot of blue and purple, which are kind of my favorite color palettes to work with, and in general, because blue is my favorite color, that's why I gravitate toward this palette a lot more. And once I have that white layer down, then I go in starting to color match with what colors are in that original illustration. So I noticed there was a little bit darker blues up in that corner by its tail, and then it kind of fades down into more of a pastel purple and blue, so I kind of get that base coloring down with these next few steps. And this part is where I start to kind of just try some things out with how I want the foreground to look. And at first I was going to do some kind of like icy cliffs, sort of with trying to have the dark blue and dark purples. But later on I decide to go with a different idea, which you'll see. here is the start of me laying in all that bright white snow, starting on trying to have the top of the cliffs that I started with my idea, and then also doing those clouds in the skyline. And it was right about here that I started to realize I kind of didn't like how it was turning out, and kind of looked closer at that original illustration background and noticed that the purple part of it, kind of by its back paw, is actually kind of little tiny trees. So once I laid down a little bit more white, I decided to go in and add some more trees in the foreground so that they're like larger, like you're peeking kind of over the tops of these trees. And going with the color palettes still, I decided to make them purpley, kind of like the background trees are in this illustration. They're faded purple, almost pastel purple. So I played around trying to get those foreground trees. And here is where I'm finally hitting that stride of what I am envisioning for these trees, and I start just layering color, adding darks and lights to add more 3 dimensions to these trees. And we're coming up on the final product, so I hope you enjoyed watching me do this card altar. And if you haven't seen the original Vulpix I did, I will also link that video, and I've done plenty of other Pokemon cards on this channel if you want to check those videos out. Please like and subscribe for more art videos like this, and I'll see you in next week's video.